Hey guys, welcome back, and if you are new, my name is Natalie. Today I'm just doing a try to get ready with me using some new products that are pretty new to my collection. Some things I have used maybe once or twice before, some things might be like brand new, kind of first impressions. It just depends on the product. So this is the completed look on my face right now using the products, and as you can see I kind of did like a monochrome duochrome, if that makes sense, look. So monochrome in the sense that my eyes and my lips and my cheeks, they all kind of match, like they're all similar in that kind of like iridescent bluish purple duochrome look. And you know, duochrome because of that highlighty iridescent look where it's kind of bluish purple shift, if that makes sense. So I just want to do this because I've really been into these shades lately. There's been so many products that have been coming out from different brands that are kind of like these similar shades. Like for example, these two are some products I used today. You know, these really pretty pinky purpley blue shades are really popular right now. These iridescent kind of duochrome, just whether it's a gloss or a lipstick or an eyeshadow or a highlight, they're just really popular right now. So I want to do a look kind of incorporating what products I have purchased that are in this color family. So if you would like to see how I got this look and just hang out with me, maybe have some coffee, eat a snack, whatever, then please keep watching. So starting out to moisturize my face, I'm going to use this from Glow Recipe. It is their Watermelon Glow Pink Juice Moisturizer. I got this from Sephora a couple months ago and I absolutely love it because it smells amazing. It smells like watermelon candy. It smells so good and the packaging is beautiful. Like, I love this packaging. It's so pretty. By the way, just ignore my nails / fingertips. I was coloring my mother-in-law's hair over the weekend and I got some hair color on my fingers and it's kind of stained them, but it's almost gone now. It was like all over my fingers. It looked really weird. Anyway, this is the Watermelon Glow Pink Juice Moisturizer and it smells so good. I love the packaging. It's this really pretty glass jar and then, you know, the pink, you could see through it. The moisturizer itself is pink, like you can see, and then it has a pump. So I'm just gonna squirt. I use about 2 pumps of it and I really like this moisturizer. It has good moisturization for me because I have combination oily skin. So, you know, I don't get too dry. And this helps moisturize my skin without feeling too heavy. It doesn't leave my face feeling oily, greasy. It doesn't cause me to break out or anything. So I really like this, and it does still give moisturization even though it is a light moisturizer. If you are interested in this moisturizer and you have normal to oily skin, it should work for you and you'd probably like it. You just might not like it so much if you have dry skin, because it's not a super intense moisturizer, but it just smells so good. I just love it. When I put it on, it makes me feel so happy because it smells like watermelon candy. It smells amazing. I'm going to use some of the hydrating milky mist from Pixi. I really like using this in combination with any moisturizer just to give a little bit of extra hydration to the face. So I just spray a little bit on before makeup, and then I usually also will spray it on after my makeup as well. Now for primer. This is my favorite primer at the moment. It is the J1 Jelly Pack. I got this from Sephora during, I think, the fall VIB sale. I'm pretty sure. And I love this. This is the primer I've been using the most frequently ever since I got it. This is a sticky primer. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with sticky primers. This is the only sticky primer I have, and I love it. It works so well on my oily combination skin because I also have large pores, especially on my nose, cheeks, mainly on my nose. I mean, you can see my pores basically everywhere on my face, just not really over here too much, but my nose is my main problem area with pores, and my nose gets pretty oily throughout the day. So this works amazing at holding onto foundation throughout the day. And then also this solves another problem I was having. I noticed that when I would try to contour my nose, no matter what foundation I was using, when I would go in with a powder to contour my nose, the more I would blend it, the more it would kind of pull away at the foundation, and you know, you don't want to remove your base layer when you're contouring because it's not going to look good, obviously. So this has helped to really keep my foundation sticking to my face. I don't end up having any problems with my contour now or with anything blending on top of my foundation. and I just love it. So this particular bottle is 1.69 fluid ounces. This is just the regular J1 jelly pack that comes in the white bottle. I believe they also have a black one or a black bottle on Sephora. I'm not really sure how that differs or what that one does. This is the only one I've tried from the brand, but it's amazing. I already ordered a backup of this during the spring sale, so you know, that tells you how much I like it. Now, this isn't exactly a cheap primer. It's kind of expensive. I believe this is around $40. I can't remember the exact price. It might be $42, something like that. But I think it's worth it because, like I said, I ordered this in the fall of last year during the, I think it was during the fall VIB sale. Or maybe it was during the winter sale, you know, when they have the $10 or $20 off your $50 purchase. It was one of those. I can't remember what one. But basically, you know, I got it at the end of 2017. I've had it since then, and it's lasted me this whole time. I'm not out of it yet. So it's lasted a pretty, you know, pretty good amount of time. I don't need to use a lot of the product. And I think it's worth it because it just makes everything go on my face so much better. All my other products sit on my face better. This doesn't cause me to break out that I've noticed. I haven't noticed any skin reactions to it, so I definitely think it's worth money. Now, would I ever spend $100 on a primer? Probably not, because I think that's like excessive. Like, you know, those really expensive luxury makeup brands that have super duper expensive foundations and primers. I think that's just over the top. I mean, who knows, maybe one day I'll be into that, but at this time I'm not. And this is expensive to me, but I think it's definitely worth it. So if you have similar skin to me, like if you have oily combination skin, you have large pores, if you ever encounter problems with blending on top of your foundation, I would definitely recommend trying this. And of course, if you don't like it, you can always return it. Sephora allows returns, so, you know, it doesn't hurt to try it. So it has that sticky feeling. Once you put it on your skin, I like to put my foundation on right away afterwards, so it feels sticky still. So I'm going to move on to my foundation. So today for foundation, I'm going to use the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup. This isn't a new product on the market at all. I know this has been out for years, and this is really popular on YouTube with a lot of different beauty vloggers, but I just haven't tried it. It's new to me, so I'm going to use this today. I used it one day before this, like a few days ago over the weekend, and I liked how it looked on my skin, but I want to, of course, use it again. I have the shade Ecru, which is 1 and 2, so I'm just going to shake it up a little bit. I think that the packaging of this bottle is really pretty. I like the glass container. The only thing I don't like is that it doesn't have a pump. It's one of those like old school ones that you just pour out, which I don't really like. I think it's a little bit too messy, and you know, so you have to go like this. Just pour some on the back of your hand. I just find that you kind of waste product like this because you can't really, it's hard to control how much you dispense, and it tends to get messy, so I don't really like this dispenser for a product, but I like the bottle. I think it's pretty. So this is what the shade 1 and 2 Ecru looks like on the back of my hand. Let me focus a little bit just so you can see. So this is the shade just close up. I know it does look a little bit dark for me just on the back of my hand, but when I used it over the weekend, I felt like it was the right shade. I guess we'll see if it blends out and looks a little bit too dark. I always fix it with a little bit of concealer and everything, and then in the future I would just lighten it up. So just gonna blend this on the face with a beauty sponge. This is the, what brand is this? This is the Ofra beauty sponge, Ofra Cosmetics. I like it. It basically works just like a beauty blender, but it's very like light green shade, kind of like a sage green. So I don't know if you can tell yet on camera, but when you put it on, it kind of just like sinks into the skin really nicely. Not sinking into the skin in a bad way. Like, it doesn't even look like foundation on your skin. It just looks like skin when you start to blend it out. You know how some foundations that aren't so good, you know, the foundations that you don't really end up liking, they sit on the top of the skin and you can see the foundation, and it might look cakey, it might look powdery. This doesn't do that at all. I don't know how it works so well, but it just looks like your skin, but with coverage. Now, this isn't a review necessarily on this product. I may do a dedicated review on this in the future after I try it a little bit more. This is just a get ready with me using new products, so just wanted to clarify that. But I am gonna obviously let you know what I think about it as I put it on. I'm getting a little bit more because I need some more. I don't know if the beauty blender kind of soaks it up or if you just need a lot of product with this. I've only tried it with the beauty blender so far, but it doesn't seem to soak it up too much. I feel like this is just the kind of product that you kind of have to build it up. I feel like it's a medium coverage that you could kind of build up to almost full, but it's not full coverage in my opinion. So that is the Estee Lauder foundation blended all over my face. I really like how this foundation looks. I think it looks really nice on the skin. I feel like it does a really good job at covering anything, but still letting your natural skin peek through, and it doesn't look like foundation on the skin. It doesn't sit on the skin and look heavy at all. It just looks like skin, but it has pretty good coverage that you can build up, and it has the nice consistency where it's not too liquidy, but it's not too thick, so it's easy to blend it out. So I'm pretty happy with it so far. Now moving on to concealer, I'm going to use the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the shade Light 10. This isn't a super new product, but it is a new shade for me. I was using the shade Fair Neutral. What is it called? Fair Neutral 10, which is a little bit pinker, not quite as neutral or golden. So I'm going to use this one today because I just got it and I like it a little bit better. The other shade, the Fair Neutral 10, I feel like it oxidized a little bit too much on my skin and looked a little bit too pink and dark. This one doesn't do that as much. Okay, I'm going to just set everything with my Skin Food Buckwheat Loose Powder in the shade number 10 Transparent. As you know, this is my favorite loose powder to set my face with, or if you are new to my channel, you wouldn't know that, but it is my favorite powder. It works so well to set your whole face, your under eyes, everything. It doesn't dry out the skin, it doesn't look powdery, it doesn't settle into your lines weirdly or anything, but it looks so, and it just looks so smooth, and it keeps your face, everything looking nice, so I love it. Okay, and then after I set my face, I like to use just a little bit of the IT Cosmetics 5 by Pores pressed powder. And I just use a little bit and put it in the areas that I have larger pores before I put anything else on the face, just to help blur my pores, you know, make everything look a little bit more smooth. And I put this powder on after I already set my face because I don't like how this powder works to set my face. I just use it as a finishing powder just to give the effect of blurred pores, but not to set the face. Now I'm going to do my brows real quick off camera, and I will be right back to move on to the rest of the face. So now that my brows are on, I'm going to move on to the eyes. To prime my eyes, I use the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in the shade Eden. This is my favorite primer to use on the eyes because, as you can see, it just kind of conceals all the darkness, veins, anything going on my eyelids, and just makes everything look nice and even and works as a nice base, and it sets pretty well. I didn't set it yet. I usually don't set it because I like it to stay a little bit tacky just to help the eyeshadow stick, but it's not too tacky where it's gonna be hard to blend everything out. So I'm going to go into the ColourPop Element of Surprise palette. This is a pretty new palette to me because I just got it in April's BoxyCharm box, and I love this palette. I think it's beautiful. I love the shades in here. So pretty. I really like this purple shade. It's kind of like a iridescent or duochrome shade. I guess it's duochrome. I think you would call it duochrome. These two goldish shades up here are really pretty as well. I just like all of them, but those are the ones that kind of stand out to me. So I think I'm gonna play around with this purple shade today because I'm wearing kind of like a bluish purple periwinkle shirt, and I've been really into these shades lately. I also kind of want to be able to use this new gloss I got. It's from the brand inc.redible. I'll talk about this later though. So we're kind of going with the same color family of these kind of like iridescent purpley blue shades. I'm going to go into this shade first called Go With The Flow, and I'm just going to use this as a transition shade in my crease just to start getting some color there and define the crease. And if you watch my videos, you know that I kind of go high up in my crease close to my brow bone because I have a lot of space in between my crease and my brow. So I kind of take the color up kind of high. But that's just for my eye shape. You know, you can do whatever works for you. I like this shade. It's a really pretty transition shade. It's kind of like peachy, but yeah, like a taupey brown. I don't know. I think it's a nice transition shade. Now I'm going to go into the shade Labyrinth over here with the same brush. I'm just using this BMX 430 crease brush from Moda Pro. I'm just going to add this in the crease as well just to kind of build up the transition shade. And I basically always take it into the outer corner to kind of create that C shape or V shape, whatever you like to call it. And then I'm going to finally go into this more brown shade down here called Sea Stars. Sounds like sisters. Sea Stars. Sea Stars. Sea Stars. And, you know, just like the other shades, just building it up in the crease. Okay, so next I'm going to use this Cover FX Shimmer Veil in the shade Amethyst right here. I love this. It works so well just as an all-over lid shade. It has really nice pigmentation and it's really easy to work with. So I'm just going to put this all over my lid. And there's one eye. I just love how it looks on the lid. I think it looks so pretty. I'm just going to put a little bit more right here where I feel like it could use a little bit more. I'm just gonna let that dry a little bit. Okay, now I think I want to go into this purple shade right here called Subdue, and I think I'll just use my finger, and actually maybe while this isn't completely set, I'll just add a little bit to the outer half of my lid. Oh no, maybe I should just use a brush. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use a brush because it's kind of hard to use with my finger. And kind of just focusing this on the outer half of the lid. Just add a little bit more purple, but it's actually very similar in shade to that Cover FX pigment, so it's not doing that much more. You probably don't even need it. I don't know how necessary it is, but I think it looks nice on top of it. Just adds a little bit more pigmentation. Okay, so now just to define the crease with a little bit more purple, I'm going to go into this Morphe 35P palette because as you can see it has a ton of purple shades. I think I'm going to try mixing these two purple shades over here. They're both matte, but one's a little bit brighter than the other, so I think I'm just going to mix those and add those into the crease, but I'm going to just try to build it up a little bit. I'm going to only add a little bit at a time. So focus it on the outer corner. And then for my lower lash line, I'm going to just use the shades I used in my crease as the transition shades and buff that along the lower lash line. And then I'm just going to use those purples again from here, from the Morphe palette, on my lower lash line as well. Alright, so that's it for the eyes for now. I'm going to just off camera put on some eyeliner mascara and then I'll be right back. As you can see, I finished up my face basically. Finished up the eyes with some eyeliner mascara, put some bronzer blush on, and now I'm going to just finish it up with some highlight. So I'm going to go into the Aurora Glow Kit. This is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I think I'm going to mix Luna and Eclipse over here. And then I'm going to top it with a little bit of Spectra and Orion. Just a little bit, see how that looks. So I kind of just want to bring out the purple shades on my face. I'm going to just stick with Luna for the nose. I'm going to use this lip gloss on top of my lipstick. Right now I have the ColourPop, what is this? This is the ColourPop Lippie Stick. This is a collaboration with Hello Kitty. I don't know if this is still available, but it's in the shade Konichiwa and it's a cream lippie stick. It just, you know, a pink lipstick. I just used it because it's more like a cool tone pink and I wanted that as a base for this lip gloss, and this is from the brand inc.redible. It is their iridescent sheer glosses, Incredible in a Dream World. Iridescent sheer gloss, and the shade is 99% unicorn, 1% badass. So I'm going to just top the lipstick with this gloss. Alright, so this is how the gloss looks with it. I think it looks pretty. I think I would prefer this on top of like a very pale nude lipstick, but I think it looks okay like this. I'm just not someone that really likes wearing lip glosses. I know lip glosses are really on trend right now, so I'm trying to get into using them, but I in general don't usually like lip glosses that much. Even though I put a lot on my lips, it doesn't feel sticky, which is good because usually if you put a lot of lip gloss on, it's going to feel sticky. So I do like this. I'm going to play around with it with other lip bases or maybe just on its own just to see how it looks, if I like it any better with a different lipstick as the base. But that product is actually a really affordable product from Sephora. I think it was like $12, something like that, which is pretty affordable. And then the last thing that I want to try on my face, I also got from that brand. It's their Incredible Glow Girl. It's their iridescent jelly in the shade Cosmic Blur. So it's just a jar jelly highlight. I don't have that much experience using these, but when I saw it on Sephora's website, I was really intrigued by it. I thought it looked really interesting. It has that really pretty iridescent glow with like kind of a blue and purple shift. I've been trying to play around with this. I haven't really gotten it to work that well yet. I'm gonna try it on top of my highlight just to see, just a little bit, just with my finger. So this is just the regular ABH Anastasia highlight. And then this is with that inc.redible highlight, just so you can see the difference. Dab a little bit more on this side. So actually, I'm happy with how that looks today, because the other days that I've tried using this, I tried using it on top of my foundation either before I set my foundation or after I set my foundation, and it was separating my foundation, causing it to move around, which, you know, you don't want that to happen. It could be dependent on what foundation you use, I'm not sure. Using it today on top of everything, it seems like it's not separating my foundation. So that's a good sign, because I was worried I wasn't gonna be able to use this. So I think it looks really pretty. So I'm gonna use a little bit more of my Pixie Hydrating Milky Mist. So that is it for today's look. Thanks for just sitting around chatting, you know, having fun talking about makeup today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next video. Also, don't forget to comment down below if you have any suggestions for future videos, whether it's a specific look you want me to try out, like a tutorial, or if you want to see my reviews on certain products, or like any challenge videos, anything like that. So I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!